Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
The Chessophile Show.
Hello everyone, this is Niranjan Navalgund and I welcome you to the 5th episode of the Chessophile Show. And today I have my friends as the guests on the show, FM Ankit Gajwa and CM Pratik Patel. Welcome guys.
Yeah, thanks Niranjan. And first of all, thank you for inviting us here. It's an amazing idea which you have come up with and we are glad to be a part of it.
You're welcome. Thank you Pratik.
Thank you,
Ankit.
Niranjan.
Okay, so how excited are you?
Yeah, very much
we are
excited.
very much excited, also stressed.
So you're slightly nervous also.
Yes.
I am very happy that you accepted my invitation as soon as I shared about it. So thank you very much. So we will straight away go to the game show. But before that, I have a special segment planned today.
Okay.
And it has not been a feature before.
Mhm.
So I want to see how things are. And then I'll see if I will take this up again in the future. So are you ready?
Yeah, sure,
Yes.
Niranjan.
Okay. So here comes the special segment. So the rules are as follows. I will give you a chess word. It could be as simple as Zugzwang. And you have to pick the last letter from that word and come up with a new word related to chess. It's kind of a word building, but it should only be about chess. Okay?
Okay.
So first I'll tell you a word and then Ankit will give a word and then Pratik will give a word and it will go on. We want to see how far we can go with this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll start with Zugzwang. Zugzwang is the word. Ankit, your turn.
Greco.
O is the
Greco's
ending.
name.
Pratik, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Onikyuk.
Okay. K for... Oh, when it's my turn, it's really tricky. Okay, Kasparov.
Vienna Gambit.
Torre.
Elephant Gambit.
T again. Okay, it seems difficult to me now.
When you are under pressure, yes.
Wait, let me think.
He just gave you the hint.
Time pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
N%.
Troitsky.
Why? Yusupov.
Vladimir Kramnik.
Oh, but okay, we'll take it as we. All right, Kramnik. So K again. King.
G again. Gambit.
It's been used. It's already part
No,
of.
when did we use it?
I said elephant gambit. So G is
But-
part.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to use a different one then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marugzi's name, Geza Marugzi. I might be mistaken, but
Yeah.
is
That
thing,
works.
yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the name?
Marozzi. So why again? Why?
Okay, Marx. Okay, why? Yusupu.
It's
I've
been
already
used.
said that.
Oh, he said bad.
Every Russian schoolboy knows.
No, I'm still.
So when you are in pressure, it becomes difficult.
Come on, Pratik. You can do it.
I'm still thinking.
It's also a name of the first grandmaster.
Yoshin and Afik. If
Yoshin
I'm
and
pronouncing
okay,
it right.
that
Yeah,
works.
okay.
I've been getting a lot of K's here. Alright. King's Gambit.
Yeah,
Gambit has
again.
been used, man.
Yes, man, Gambit has been used. You can't.
Alright. So with K, okay, I have Casparian, but I want to use a chess term if possible, not just a name. Is there a theme only with K? Okay, nothing's coming to mind, so I'll go with Casparian.
N
composer.
is it?
Yeah.
N it is, right? So, Nona Gaprindashvili.
Okay, so names are becoming popular here.
Yeah.
Yes. I, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I? Ivan Sari?
Okay. C. Checkmate.
E. Um, okay, I don't know the exact pronunciation, but it's Trios Grivas.
Okay. So it's yes for Pratik.
Okay. Scandinavian.
Oh, you are in the game now. So now N. N for Niranjan.
What, man? Your own name.
Yes, I can use it. I am on my own show.
You can say Naval Gund, Ankit.
Yeah. Let me think. That's my backup option if I don't get anything else.
Yeah.
Niranjan
And
is always a
Night
backup
Off.
option, right?
Yeah. Okay, Night Off is good. F for Pratik. After this, we'll do one last round.
Okay. Fianchet.
Very good. O. This is tricky. O.
Fight between kings.
I know, but that's a help. You know, I am curious why Pratik Patil's ID on chess.com is ONWGS. I am not sure why.
Okay, let's go for that then.
I have opposition, I have ONWGS, I have only move, but is there anything else?
Yeah, we have outstanding move.
We can say outside passer, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, last round. Ankit, your turn.
R.
Yes.
Romanishin.
Okay.
And-
Oleg Romanishin.
Okay. We have said Ninzovic, right?
I don't
No,
think
no.
so.
We can
Okay,
end
okay,
it with
then.
Nimzovic. Yeah, that was
Yes.
good, I think. Just to see how much we know about chess in just a few minutes. Because now a lot of people will also Google these names, if they want to know who they are. So in a way,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
did throw some names to them so that they could figure out who these players are or what these terms could mean. Okay,
Yes, right.
now we will go to the game show. I welcome you to the main game. Before beginning, I will show you the format.
Okay.
There will be a chess quiz, then there will be chess positions, and then at the end, you both will play 2 rounds of puzzle battle.
Really?
Yeah, and
Okay.
this is how your game screen looks. Then there
Okay.
will be 4 lifelines, as you can see. First is to ask Google for help. Second is the option to eliminate wrong choices. There are 2 questions where you get to do this, and then there is third lifeline, which is ask a friend for help. And then there is fourth lifeline, wherein you can pass the questions. But apart from all this, there is also another lifeline which I call the host lifeline, which I call a host lifeline, where I will give you a lifeline to flip. So you will get another question in place of the question you want to like pass. So that those are the lifelines available. All right. So
Okay.
you are ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And before I begin, I would wish to remind you that you can keep your favorite chess piece next to you. Now,
Yes.
let's say if the question is put to Ankit and Pratik knows the answer, then Pratik can like show the piece so that I know that you know the answer, and vice
Okay.
versa. So, which is
Yeah.
your
Got it.
Okay.
chosen favorite piece, Pratik?
I have chosen bishop.
Yes, I can see the bishop. What about you, Ankit?
Yeah. Same. Likewise.
Oh, okay. All right. So when you are showing it, just show it in front of the camera so that it is visible.
Yes.
All right. So we will start with the first question. It is Q time, and the first question will come in front of your screen now. First question is to Ankit. Is it possible to answer a check with a check? You only have two options. Yes or no?
Let me think.
Pratik Patil knows the answer.
Yes, it is.
You're sure?
Yeah. Sure.
Can you give us an example? I wish to remind you that you
Okay.
have lifelines if you want.
No. No. I got it. I think. So can I see the position?
Yes.
So let's say White's king is on G6.
Mm-hmm.
Black's queen is on G7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Black's king is on G2.
Okay.
And Black's queen is on C2.
Okay.
So it's a check. I just go king F7, then it's a check to the Black king again.
Correct. That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Very good.
Took me a while though.
It took you a while, but you
Yeah.
got the answer. Next question to Pratik Patil. Is it possible to answer a check with a double check?
Yes.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah. So White's king is on F5. White's queen is on B2.
Mm-hmm.
And Black's king is on H8. Knight is on E6. And bishop is on C8. So it is a check. And Black plays Knight G7. Double check.
Correct. That's right. Very good.
Yeah.
So that seemed
Yeah.
very easy for Pratik. All right. So the first round is over. Let's go to the second question. E4, G6, D4, Knight F6, E5, Knight H5. What is the name of this opening?
I mean, E4 G6 is supposed to be modern defense, I think, but this exact variation, okay, I'm not entirely sure. Supposed to be modern some line, but
Yeah, it's very popular because of a certain player. And I wish to remind you that you have 4 lifelines if you need help.
okay.
The first lifeline is to ask Google for help. The second lifeline is not valid here. Then there is a lifeline to ask a friend for help by calling, and then there is passing the question, or I can offer you the host lifeline, a flip, if you want one.
Yeah, I mean, because if you don't know the answer, you don't know the answer here. You can't just come up with an answer, right? It's the name of a variation. How can you come up with it? So I probably will have to use. Okay, let me just Google it then.
Are you sure you're going to use Google?
It seems a bit tough. Maybe I have to enter moves and then find something if somebody
Okay.
has mentioned it.
So you are going to
Can
choose.
you use ChessBase though?
No, I haven't included that here. I don't think ChessBase would give that answer in the bottom bar because this is something very latest. I don't know if they have carried that in their
Okay.
base, but all right. You want to use Google for help?
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to let Ankit use Google for help. lifeline.
So can I use it on my phone? Yes.
Yeah, you can. Google is everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try. But I'm not sure if this is going to be any good.
Interesting that Pratik Patil has not raised the bishop, so he probably doesn't know the answer.
I did not know we can play knight h5
Okay.
after e5.
Okay. So, have you sought help?
Yeah, I think it's called, I mean, that's what Wikipedia is showing, Norwegian defense,
Yes.
also known as the North Sea defense.
It's called the Norwegian rat.
Okay.
Magnus Carlsen used this in a lot of games.
Probably that's the reason.
And if you see his games, you will see banter games. You will see that he has won a lot of games using the Norwegian rat.
Okay. So it's a sub variation in modern defense, right?
Yeah, in a way, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you have passed that test. Let's go to the next question. The next question is to Pratik Patil. Which Russian Dutch chess grandmaster popularized the third move Queen d6 Scandinavia?
No, I don't have any idea about this.
Are you sure? Like no idea at all, no recollection.
No.
Ankit, do you
No.
know the answer?
But I'm not entirely sure. But okay, I can make a guess. That's not
Okay.
sure, honestly.
So, I wish to remind you again, there are 4 lifelines here. You can ask Google for help. You can ask a friend for help. You can pass the questions. Or you can use a flip.
I would like to pass the question.
Okay, so you would like to pass the question. The 4th lifeline
Yes.
is the pass. Alright. The pass is granted. So we will pass this question. But let's ask Ankit, what is your answer?
Okay, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing it's Kivyakov because you said Dutch,
Yes, that's correct.
right? Russian
Yes.
Dutch, so has
Yes.
to be Kivyakov. Yeah.
That answer is right. So the lifeline saved Pratik Patil, but okay, Ankit Gajwa knew the answer. Very good, Ankit. Okay, so this was about openings. We'll go to the next question now. The next question is to Ankit.
Yes.
What are the moves of a scholar's mate?
Okay, is it that e4, e5, bishop c4, you go queen f3 and take on f7? That's what I think is a scholar's mate, right?
That's right. Very good.
Yeah.
That was the right answer. Pratik,
Yeah.
did you know about this?
No, I did not know that it is called Scholar's Mate.
So that is also one of the advantages of this show. That it is also informative. You get to learn
Yes.
while you are on the show. Next question is to Pratik Patil. What are the moves of a fool's mate?
I don't know. Is it like king, queen, and king mate?
It is a short mate, let's say, like
Oh,
the
that
previous
F-
question.
f3, g4,
Correct.
and queen h4. Okay.
Correct. You got
Yes.
saved. F3, E6, G4, Queen H4 is a
Yes.
mate. Yeah. Okay. Have you got checkmated or have you mated someone that way?
Not yet.
You're waiting.
Yes.
All right.
He's still hoping to win that way sometime.
Yeah, hope is a good thing. Okay, let's go to the next question. This is to Ankit. Can you name the 3 popular brother-sister chess duos from Maharashtra?
3.
Yes.
You mean 3? Okay, I mean, one is Pratik Patil and Bhagyashri Patil,
Correct. Yes.
right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, Shardul Gagre, Shalmili Gagre. Right?
Correct. Right.
Third one, I need to think about this.
Let's see whether Pratik already knows. Yes.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I'm not able to come up with anybody.
Grandmaster.
Yeah, Grandmaster Abhijit Kunte, right?
Correct. And
Yeah. Okay, I don't remember the name. Mrinalini Kunte, if I
correct.
might
Yeah,
be
that's
wrong.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So there you got saved. So let's use
Yeah.
this opportunity to ask Pratik Patel. So Pratik, you've been playing
Yes.
chess for quite some time now. So tell
Yes.
us about how you both train together and how you are teaching her.
Yes. So I train her like we play games and then we analyze. From 3, 4 years back, I was easily beating her and I was able to teach her. But yeah, now she is like just close to my level. And yeah,
Yes.
sometimes she teaches me after the game where I made a mistake and where I made a blunder and all.
Okay. How did you
Yes.
start chess?
Me.
Yes.
So my father used to play chess,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he had left chess and he was doing his business.
Mm-hmm.
But then he had a bike accident and he was in the hospital. He was hospitalized for like around 1.5 or 2 months, and there he taught me chess.
Oh,
And
so
for
he
the
used
first
that
time,
time to teach you
yes,
chess.
yes, exactly. And then for the first time, he sent me for one chess tournament in Mumbai. That time
Mm-hmm.
it was like around, let's say, under 10 for Maharashtra.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then yeah, that was my first tournament. I came sixth,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, back to back, he also sent me for under sevens Maharashtra state. There I came third, and yeah, from
So
then
that
my
is how
chess
you
journey
start.
started.
So that's a
Yes,
very interesting beginning, I would say, because
Yeah.
your dad he used that time to teach you chess while he was in the hospital. So that shows that you are coming from a family who wants to like make use of the time. It's a good thing.
yes.
So your mother plays chess.
She knows how to move the pieces. That's why.
Okay, so in a way, all four of you know what chess is and how things
Yes,
are in the game.
yes.
Okay, and what would you say was the best day of your chess career so far? We all have some days at least to say, okay, I was doing very well on this day or this event. So, do you have a
Yes.
best day?
Yeah, I will say when I drew my game against Ashwin Jairam in Bhubaneswar, ninth round, when I got my first time norm.
Okay, so you have an IM norm and you also teach chess.
Yes.
All right. Okay, that was good knowing about your family. Now we'll go to the next question. The next question is to you, Pratik Patel,
Yeah.
who is known as Madhya Pradesh Mikhailta.
Yeah, he's my good friend, Fede Master Ankit Gajwa.
Yes, that's the correct answer. So let us ask Ankit Gajwa about what he thinks of this tag and whether he wants to keep it or whether that was just a temporary tag.
No, I mean, that would certainly be an overstatement.
Mm-hmm.
Mikhail Tal, there is no, I mean, you can't just, I mean, it doesn't, look right to me, but okay, I don't know really what to say about it, honestly. But
What is it that you like about chess?
I think it gives a lot of creative opportunities, the game of chess. I mean, you can, it's like this. Sometimes the game itself can make you much, much more happy than the result. So, just giving you an example, a few days back, I felt very happy about the Blitz game I played. And I mean, it had nothing to do with the result or with whom I played or what was the, relevance of the game. There was no
Mm-hmm.
relevance. It was just a casual Blitz game. But the creative opportunity it gives to you, it's boundless. I mean, you can just come up with some imaginative idea and put it on the board, and it gives you such immense satisfaction which is hard to comprehend sometimes. So that's what I like about chess.
That's good to know. I know that you also teach chess. So
Yeah.
you teach online or do you have classes there in
Yeah,
your
as of now, of course, everything is going on online. So yeah, I'm teaching online as of now.
Okay. I know that you are into music because I know you as a friend. So, but to the viewers, I would like to say that Ankit is also very interested in music and he composes music on his own without, having any specific training in the field of music. So, Ankit, why don't you elaborate a little bit on your musical journey so far?
Yeah, so music is something which I've always felt interested in, and okay, I feel that probably I should I mean, now I'm thinking of taking some formal training because I mean, you can of course do things without training, but training will always help you in certain ways. So, yeah, I mean, I was, I think, 6 or 7 years old when he introduced me to keyboard and all, but I didn't pursue it from there. I mean, just out of hobby, I used to play it, and then I left it completely. Then I was, he introduced me to chess when I was 10 years old. Then okay, music, I didn't touch music at all, but suddenly when I was like in my college, 18 or 19 years old, I suddenly felt really interested in music, and I went to one of my friend's place. He had a piano at his place, and he played the piano. I felt like, okay, this is such a beautiful thing. And thereafter, okay, the graph of my interest, it just went up. I just couldn't control myself from learning more about music. So then it's just, I was very curious and just continued from there.
Okay, so do you have any specific composer as your ideal?
Yeah, I mean, I love listening to classics, for example. So there was a lot of classical composers like Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, Mozart, of course. So all, I mean, that classical era, I love listening to their compositions, and of course, they were genius. So you can always learn by listening to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. Good to know about music and your experience with it. Okay, so you are into music, you are into chess, and you are into coaching also. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Besides that, uh, I want to know how you learned chess. Like I asked the swim question to Pratik. Was there any situation, or was it like my story where I got a birthday gift and I went to the school? In the school, I got to know that there is a tournament. So, how was your case?
I will tell you what actually happened. I was, very much into video games, and of course, my family member they didn't like it that I was so much into video games. I'd be playing video games all the time. So they wanted to bring a distraction for me. That something I could get. They wanted somehow to pull me out of that video game and everything. So they brought a chessboard. I mean, my father brought a chessboard and he taught me the rules of the game. Yeah, I would say at first I didn't feel so much interested. Okay, I of course found it fun to play, but not so much interested. But okay, what used to happen from then was I used to play games with my father, and he used to beat me all the time, and I really hated losing at that time. And then just as a I wanted to win games, but I was not able to win. So I tried learning, and then that's how it continued. I also used to lose to one of my friends, so I was not really happy about this losing and all. So then I decided, okay, I need to learn this because everybody is beating me. I need to know how these guys are doing. I thought I want to learn it then. So then it continued.
I think you
Yeah,
mentioned it briefly to me, but now I could recollect. Yeah. So you did
yeah,
mention this long back.
yeah.
All right. So we'll go to the next question now. The next question is to Ankit. Which famous chess grandmaster was featured in National Geographic's documentary My Brilliant Brain? And you have four options for this question. A. Timur Gariv, B. Magnus Carlsen, C. Susan Polgar, D. Hui Fan.
I haven't seen this documentary, so I'm clueless, honestly.
Okay. It is like related to my life also because I did visit a simul by one of these players, so that's a big clue.
Oh, okay, then that sums it up actually. It has to be A.
It has to be.
Now, what did you say again? Can you just repeat it?
I said that it has a personal connection because I have a chessboard where one of these four players actually signed, and I was part of the simul. I played a simul match with this player, so that is
Okay.
why I have a personal connection with this documentary because I watched this documentary while it was shown. It was also a simul after that.
Yeah, but see, I mean, all of them are great players, and I mean, I'm sure they all have kept simuls. Timur Garib is well known for his blindfold
Blindfold simultaneous.
simultaneous abilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
But okay, it could be anyone actually. Now I realize.
So the clue created more confusion than clarity.
Yes. Actually, I thankfully I asked you again. What did you say?
Okay. Again, I wish to remind you, you have some lifelines left.
Yeah,
You
I'll
only
go for
use
a
one.
lifeline.
Okay. So you
So
have four lifelines again. I wish to remind you, you have eliminating wrong choices as an option, and you can ask a friend for help, or you can pass the question, or you can flip. There is no longer the Google lifeline.
yeah,
So, if you want, I can eliminate the wrong choices. Let's say, like, two options will be cut.
okay. I would rather go for flip the question. So you'll give me a different one, right?
I would suggest that you use a 50-50 option because flip is like you will get a different question. When it's 50-50, then at least you have some clarity, and there is no other question in which you can use this lifeline again.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for telling that. So, yeah, it makes sense then.
Yes.
I'll go for that.
All
50.
right. So this is the first time in the show that a player, a guest, has used this lifeline. So that way you're making one record.
Yeah, I'm making history finally.
Yes. So we are letting Ankit use the 50% lifeline. We'll eliminate two wrong choices. Okay. All right. A. Timur Garif and C. Susan Polgar. These are the two options left.
Okay, let me go for A, and then let's see what happens.
Are you sure? Do you think I would have met Timur Garif?
I mean, of course, he came to India, right?
But
I mean,
did he do any simuls in which I was part? This happened many years ago,
oh, then
like
it has to be
more than
C.
10 years ago.
Yeah, then it has to be C, man.
Okay, all right. I'll take that as an answer. C. Susan Polgar is the right answer.
Yeah, I just realized he came to India, but just 2, 3 years back, and
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So Susan Polgar's documentary is a must-watch documentary.
Okay.
You must all. I mean, both of you should watch it.
But this was very difficult question, I guess, because Timur Garev has played, I guess, 48 blindfold games, right? A simultaneous blindfold.
I'm not aware of the
Yes.
specifics, but you could be true.
Yes, and yeah, then I was thinking that that documentary must be on him about that thing.
Okay, yeah, that was a
Yeah.
tricky question. I agree
Yes.
because the questions are set in the order of difficulty. So as you go forward, the questions will be difficult.
yeah.
But compared to I think other episodes, this is far easy in my opinion. Okay, let us go to the next question. This is to Pratik Patel. In the film Wazir, Farhan Akhtar's character is metaphorically compared to which of the following pieces? A. Queen, B. Rook, C. Pawn, and D. King.
Yeah, I'm thinking. So
You watched the film?
yeah, I have watched it.
Ankit, what about you?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh. So Pratik, thankfully it is Pratik who has watched the film and the question has come to him.
Yeah.
I loved the film very much, and this question is actually put together with the help of my brother. It is he who suggested this question.
So,
And the other earlier question was suggested by my father. So I do a lot of crowdsourcing for my show.
Hmm. These are not easy
no.
questions, in my opinion.
Actually, this question about, I mean, the question with four options is the toughest one because it has to be classy, it has to be easy, and it has to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
somewhere in between. So that with the help of a clue, you could find it.
Maybe I will use that remove the wrong answers lifeline.
Okay, we'll eliminate two wrong options.
Yes.
Okay. So Pratik is going to use his next lifeline where two options, two wrong answers will be eliminated. Okay. We're left with Queen and Rook.
Maybe a queen.
Are you sure? Who was the Wazir in the film?
Actually, I'm not able to recall the film correctly, but I'm confused between whether it was. Actually, I think Amitabh Bachchan was a Wazir. So
There was
then
also
Farhan
Neil
must be
Nitin
the.
Mukesh's character, no?
Oh, I totally forgot about that character. I don't remember the movie. So the Wazir
Something like
is
bishop into
Amitabh Bachchan.
h5 and then like bishop is on e2, pawn on h5, black rook on h8, bishop into h5, something like that. Do you remember?
No, no, I don't remember anything like this. Mm.
Okay, so what's your answer?
But as far as you know, Amitabh Bachchan was the lead role for the movie, and yeah,
But I'm only
then
talking about, Farhan
yeah,
Akhtar's.
yeah. So I'm like doing this method of elimination again. So if he was the Wazir, then
You
Farhan
only
must
have
be
one
the
option
Rook.
then.
Yeah, that is the thing. So I guess Rook. Rook.
Yes, that answer is correct. It's B,
Okay.
rook. Okay, you passed the test somehow. Now we are coming to a question, or let's say a round of questions where both of you can answer.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that
Okay.
the next question is only to you or it's only to Pratik. Both of you can answer. There will be two questions.
Hmm.
All right. Next question. Who is he? He was born on 20th May 1901. He received his Grandmaster title in 1950. He became a computer science professor at Tilburg University in 1964. He has written over 70 chess books and he also has a quote: strategy requires thought and tactics require observation. Who is he?
Um, I'm making a guess. Can I answer?
Yeah,
Is
if you
it
are sure.
uh, okay, let me just think again.
I can also guess only.
You can use your lifeline if you are not sure.
I don't know. Whom am I going to call?
Okay, let's see. Pratik, what about you?
Okay, Yeah, I can call someone.
Okay, so Pratik Patil is about to make a call.
Okay, shall I make a
Yes.
guess?
You want to make a guess? Okay,
Yeah.
hold on,
Yeah.
Pratik.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Okay, you can make a guess.
Is it Nimzovich?
It is not Nimzovich.
Okay.
So I was also thinking the same.
It's not.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm. Then I think I have to make a call, right?
Yeah.
okay.
I'm thinking to call our coach, Grandmaster Vishnu Prasanna, for this.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
choice. Let's see.
Very good. Very good idea.
Yes. Should I call Ankit?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes.
Pratik Patil is going to call Grandmaster Vishnu Prasanna.
Hello. Hello, sir. This is Pratik. Pratik Patel. Hi. Hi, sir. Sir, so we are in show Niranjan Navalgun show Chesophile. Yeah. So no, sir. No. So me and Ankita are there, and we are stuck at one question. So we have to identify who this guy is. The clue are he was born on 20th May 1901. He received a Grandmaster title in 1950. Then he became a computer science professor at Tilburg University in 1964. He has written over 70 chess books. And yeah, one of his quote is strategy requires thought, tactics require observation. Okay, acha. So these two are Bot Botvinnik and Max. You're thinking, right? Okay, okay, fine, sir. But these two should be there, right? Either Botvinnik or Max. Okay, okay, sir. Fine. Okay, sir. Thank you. Yes. So Ankit and Niranjan,
Hmm.
he said that he can guess about either Maxi or Botvinnik.
Okay, I've given you a clue.
What is
What
the
was the
other
other?
clue? Oh, it's Max Iveton for sure. He was the FIDE president at some point,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
correct. That's
Okay.
the right answer. It
Yeah.
is Max.
Oh, that's
We
good.
will go to the next question. And thanks to Grandmaster Vishnu Prasanna for helping
Yeah.
Pratik to get
Amazing.
the answer.
Yes.
Okay. So I would say that both of you together got the answer.
Yeah.
We'll go to the next question. This is again to both of you. Who is he? He was born on 23rd March 1931. He obtained the
Hmm.
GM title in 1956. He defeated 9 undisputed world champions, a record he shares with Paul Keres and Alexander Bilyavsky. Recently, a documentary titled Closing Gambit was released, which was all about his match against another player. And this was in 2018. I mean, this Closing Gambit documentary was released in 2018.
I'm guessing it could. Okay, let me think. But I'm thinking it's either Efim Geller or Stein.
Stan Leonid, you mean?
No, Leonid Stein or Efim Geller. Two players are coming to my mind by the clues you have given. No, but you said Carlson. Wait a second. Yeah, Carlson also he has
Carlson.
defeated.
There's a very famous game which I can immediately recall is his win against Caruana.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that game and it was I mean, it's a must-watch game. But okay, I will tell you after you identify who this player is.
No, but hold on. He is not a world champion, right? That you haven't mentioned.
It's not mentioned.
So he could be a world champion as well.
I don't think so.
So probably not a world champion.
You have another lifeline, Ankit.
Yeah, let me just first try to connect the dots first. If not working, then I'll use Pella. So 1931. So he became a grandmaster pretty soon, it seems, no? No, okay, 20.
25.
Yeah, became a grandmaster in 25.
And he has defeated everyone. Botanic to Carlson.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. He's one of the strongest players never to have become world champion.
Yeah, so
And Chess is My Life is the title of his biography.
oh wait, Victor Korchnoi.
Are you sure?
I mean, that's his biography as far as I know. Chess is my name. Yeah,
And yeah, he might have played against all these players which you have mentioned.
Correct.
it has to
that's
be
right.
Victor Korchnoi. Yeah.
Yes, it is Victor Korchnoi. So why do you think this name did not come to you while you are thinking about the question initially?
Actually,
I
I
don't
thought
know.
about Korchnoi, but somehow I thought, no, he is not the one.
Okay, yeah, it is all about Victor Korchnoi.
Okay.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
think
very strong player.
you somehow managed to get it with the help of clue. So this also shows that if you read something, it could help you. Sometimes
Yeah, I
on the
mean,
board
yeah.
and sometimes off the board. In shows
Chess
like this.
is my life is a big clue,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Also, his DVD series is there on his
Yeah.
games. I think one must
Yeah.
watch it. It's very inspiring.
Mm.
The way he talks
My
about.
life in chess, maybe that's
Yes, correct.
the name.
Now we enter the pure chess section, which is the
Okay.
puzzles.
Okay.
Okay, the first question is to Ankit. This position is white to play and checkmate in 13 moves.
13 moves.
Yes, I trust you to solve it.
What is going on? Let me think. The black king is on h8, right?
Yes. So let us know what you're thinking so that even the viewers can understand what's exactly the variation you are considering.
Okay, right now I'm just thinking what happens if I go king e7. He goes bishop g5 check. King d6 if I play. And bishop f4 check. That's one pattern I'm able to see that. King c5 again, then bishop e3 check. Then king b4, then bishop d2 check. Yeah, then I'm just thinking how.
Yeah, so it's checkmate in 13. So let's see whether Pratik is also thinking about it. So Pratik, have you already found the answer or you're also thinking?
No, I am also thinking.
Yeah, I'm
First-
considering taking the pawn on e3, that line.
Okay. So Pratik has some idea. I think he says that
I
he's
think I
also-
have found the answer now. Yeah.
Okay, but it is a question to Ankit. So first we will ask him.
Yes.
If he says pass, then maybe we will come to you.
Yeah, so I think king e7, bishop g5 check, then king d6, bishop f4 check, king c5, bishop e3 check, king b4, bishop d2 check, king takes a3, Bishop c1 check here, then king b4, bishop d2 check, king c5, bishop e3 check, king d6,
Okay.
bishop f4 check, king e7, bishop g5 check, king f8, bishop h6, and now queen a8. And I'm threatening to play king e7 there. So bishop
So bishop
takes
to G7.
g7, then king e7 check, bishop f8, and queen takes f8 has to be the move.
Correct. You see how the entire episode was connected. You answer a check with a check.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was the right answer. Very good effort by Ankit. Now, it's so this is the answer you also thought, Pratik?
Yes.
Very good. So bonus point. Let's go to the next question. This is white to play, and because you have got the previous position right, I'm reducing the number of moves and giving you white to play and checkmate in 12. So what are you considering?
So I'm thinking to take the queen on c7 with the fork, then take the bishop with the check on, a6 bishop,
Like
then
how?
come back,
It will be
knight
useful
f4.
if you
Yeah,
can
like first,
like start from the start. Can you please tell us?
yes. For example, knight f4 first, king c5, then knight e6 check, then king d5 again, then knight into c7 check, king c5, knight into a6 check, king d5 again. Then I have to get back the knight c7, c5, knight e6, king d5, knight f4 check, king c5. And now I am trying to find some mating pattern.
Okay.
So yeah, here I was thinking to play king a6 so that knight into d3 is a mating idea.
Okay.
After king e6, black can go with knight d8 check, and that's the problem.
Okay.
So what I can do is first I play king e4, force black to play d5 check, then king e5, then knight d3 is a mating idea. Black has to play bishop f6 check, then king e6, knight d8 check, and then king d7. And now you don't have the a6 bishop, knight d3 mate is unstoppable, I guess.
Okay. So put it in words. You're saying you will collect the queen. You will
Queen,
collect
then
the
the
bishop.
Then get my knight on f4 again.
Okay.
And then play king e4, force black to play d5, control, like occupy the d5 square with the pawn.
Okay.
And then king e5, bishop f6. Now I have to get my king to the d7, for example, king e6, knight d8, king d7, and then knight d3 mate is not stopping, I guess.
Correct. That's the right answer. So that is exactly 12 moves, and you got the answer. That was a very good effort. So Ankit, were you also following along with the Pratik? Like you were following the variation we were discussing?
Yeah, I was following, and of course, I mean, I didn't see the mate that this idea. This idea in the end is very nice.
Okay, all right. So very good. This shows that you are very good in calculation when it comes to studies. Both are the studies that were featured in Chess.com India social pages.
All right.
So these are positions taken from Chess.com India, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So keep following these pages.
Yeah.
So that you don't miss a position like this. We will go to the last section, I believe. Yes, we have come almost to the end of the program, and it is the puzzle battle. So both of you log into your respective chess.com accounts. Pratik and Ankit are going to battle it out in the puzzle rush now. The puzzle rush battle has begun. Both have got 4 each. Ankit is leading so far. Both of you have tried puzzle rush before, right?
Yeah.
Going to be an interesting contest because both of them have got all the positions right so far. Interesting. On the left you can see Pratik Patil's screen, and on the right you can see Ankit Gajwa's screen. There's a first strike in case of Ankit, while Pratik is going on without any mistakes so far. But it is Ankit who is leading the score right now. This is going to be a close race. Twenty-five, 28.
Lost.
3 and 33. Okay, let's wait to see if Ankit can go on and get.
No.
Okay, so that was end of round 1. Now we'll go to the next round. You can already see 8, 9. Oh, LWGS has 10. Gajwa wins the Puzzle Rush battle. Very good effort, Ankit.
Thank you, Niranjan.
So, how often do you play Puzzle Rush battle?
Yeah, once in a while. I mean, I keep playing. It's very interesting. It's entertaining as well.
So, you have done battles like this before or just Puzzle Rush?
No, I just do puzzle rush actually, not battles.
So, this is your first battle.
No, not first. I've tried it before, but I don't do it that frequently.
What about you, Pratik? Have you tried this before?
Yeah, I have tried this before.
So, have you played this with your sister?
Yes, I have played with my sister. I have played with you also, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes. So, with sister, what's the status? You're able to win?
Yes.
And you prefer mouse?
Not always.
Mhm.
Sorry?
Do you prefer mouse or the touchpad?
No, I prefer mouse.
Oh, okay. What about you, Ankit? Mouse or touchpad?
Yeah, mouse. That makes it easier.
Really, but to some, especially for people like me, it is a touchpad which works better.
Yeah, of course. It can be
Yeah,
subjective.
even my sister uses the touchpad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we come to the end of our program. So before we end, I would like to know your thoughts. How was your experience of being on the show?
Yeah, it was amazing, Niranjan. I hope you keep doing these shows because it's very enjoyable.
It is very good.
So you liked it. What about you, Pratik? Do you have any thoughts to share?
Yeah, it was very good. It was very entertaining, and questions were so interesting. Like we learned some new things today. We did not know about few things like about the Max Survey and Porchnoi, that he has beaten Carlson, Caruana, and all. And yeah, we have to see those game against
Yeah, you
Porchnoi
must see.
versus
You
Carlson.
must see the Caruana game especially.
Yeah, right.
And
Yes.
from my side, I have a souvenir from Chesophile. This is for Ankit and this is for Pratik. I hope you like it.
Thank you, Niranjan.
Thank you.
You can print it out later.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Niranjan.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad that you came to the show. Now, here is a question. Do you have anybody to thank or do you have anything to say to someone? You can use this as a platform.
I would like to thank Vishnu Prasanna sir for helping out for those for that question.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
okay.
Thanks to you. You've put in a lot of work in this, I see, because these questions are not easy to come up with. So,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody can see what you're putting into it. So,
Yes.
amazing work, Niranjan. I
Thank
hope
you.
you continue with this. And I would urge everybody to watch this. It's a novel concept, and I'm sure everybody is going to enjoy it.
Okay. So I'm thinking of doing another episode and then wrapping the first season. But if I do a second season, let's say, who would you nominate?
Okay, Pratik will tell you that.
Yeah, Pratik, what do you think? Who could be the good choice?
With it,
Vidit, I already spoke to him and he has passed it on. So he has passed it, so he will not be doing it.
okay. Actually, you can do it, Vishnu sir.
Yes, Vishnu sir is a
that's
good idea.
going to be
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah.
Good nomination. Okay. What about you, Ankit? He has already given one name.
Actually, you can do it, Vishnu and Raghavi.
And his wife. Yeah, that's a good,
Yeah.
good idea. Yeah, I will consider that. Or maybe chess couples versus chess couple. That could also be a good idea.
Yeah, that is also very interesting.
Okay. Now, Ankit, do you have any joke to share from your experience?
Joke.
Yes. I'm sure there are many, but at least one.
I mean, no, but the funny thing is when you ask a joke, it's hard to come up with a joke.
Okay, maybe the sea pawn joke and the king joke you can tell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you find it very funny, right? I
Yeah.
know that. So I had this, I had a friend in school who who taught me openings like e4 c5 is the Sicilian defense, e4 d6, e4 g6 modern and all. So he once told me, he once narrated his story that he was playing in a tournament and he wanted to play the Sicilian. So he touched his c pawn. Okay, his opponent played e4. He touched his c pawn. And then by mistake, he dropped it to c6 instead of putting it on c5.
Okay. The
So-
pawn dropped.
Pawn dropped on c6. Now, a normal person would panic in such situation, right? Oh my God, I know Sicilian, but suddenly the pawn is now on c6. But his attitude was, very casual and very entertaining. So he said to himself, okay, I don't mind, let's play Caro-Can today. He actually said in Hindi that, chalo koi nahi, aaj Caro-Can khel lete hain. And then he actually played it. So, okay, yeah, that's what happened. But the way he himself narrated it was, very funny.
Very entertaining. That is why I think when I heard it from you, the impression that had was exactly the way
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was. But when it comes in English, I think a tone changes a little
Yeah.
bit, but it's still funny for me.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the other one?
Other one, okay, I can't recollect which other joke.
There was another joke, okay, which I will tell you, which you told me before, that there was one position in which, the player who had played this and he said, try to guess my move. And after a lot of guesses, I was not able to guess the move. And
Okay,
then,
okay.
he showed the move. The key move in the position was King H1. And I was
Yeah.
surprised initially. Oh wow, this King H1 is a move I had not considered. And then I asked him, okay, what is the idea? He said, you will see on the next move. And the player made the move, and then he said, now you will see my idea. The idea is King G1. So the idea is to go to H1 to come back to G1. So that is one joke I find very funny.
Yeah, so what used to happen with him is whenever he would not be able to find a plan, King H1 was his savior. Okay. I mean, if I don't see a plan, King H1 is the move I play. And
Yeah,
so,
we
I
all
mean,
have done that.
no, but he would do it like this. Let's say in Catalan, okay, you have your king on G1. I mean, King H1 there doesn't make that lot of a sense, right? I mean, just normal position. But still, he went King H1 and then he came back King G1. His opponent somehow got confused and he won the game actually.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
an
yeah.
instance I remember. Sometimes I keep recalling that incident while I'm walking somewhere, and suddenly I remember that joke. Okay,
Yeah.
so Pratik, what about
Yes,
you? Do you
sir.
have any funny experience to share?
Uh, yes, there are a few. So yeah, I was playing one tournament and I was playing against lower rated,
Mm-hmm.
and I played a move. I took a round, and then I came and sat at the board.
Okay.
And suddenly I saw that my piece is hanging.
Okay.
This was in Goa, national beach. I guess 8-10 years back.
Okay.
I'm not sure. And I saw my pieces hanging, and I started to sweat because, oh yeah, of course it was my opponent was lower rated than me, and I thought, okay, I'm just losing a piece in the opening. And then I saw at the clock, and I thought, okay, I have also forgot to press the clock, so like that day for me. And just while I was going to press the clock, I realized, oh, is it a my move? Actually took the round. My opponent had played the move, and when I came back, he was attacking my piece. But somehow I forgot that. Okay, it is my move. I was still in the was still thinking it's his move, and yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
Then
I
I
think-
played, I served the piece and pressed the clock.
Yeah, so that is one experience which you can recall very fondly. I mean, as chess players, I think they can all relate to your experience.
Yeah, and one more time, like I have played against one player, and he has played against me this E4, E6, D4, D5, and D2, and I guess he has played this Knight C6 variation with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know,
So
guys.
first game, okay, yeah, I have told Ankit about this, and yeah, that game I won. Again, I guess some 1-2 months later. So with this guy, I have played 2 times, and this was the third game we were prepared again in Dharamshala. I guess we was in Dharamshala National B.
Yes.
And yeah, I did the preparation. I saw my first game against that guy, and he had played the same thing: E4, E6, D4, D5, and D2, and C6. I went on the board and yeah, I lost in my thoughts. I played e4, he played a6. I played d4, he played d5. Now I played move nd2 and I wrote moves for both of us. nd2 and I wrote my move for my opponent's knight c6. And then my opponent saw my score sheet and he's asking me, what is this? And then I realized, oh, he has not yet played the move. And yeah, I was in the shock and my reaction was, I'm sorry, my blunder.
Okay. Then
So instead of saying my mistake, I said, I'm sorry, my blunder. And yeah, then I had to erase that the move which I have written and my opponent played bishop e7.
oh,
And yeah, that's all.
that's a nice experience. Yeah, I think you told me, but I had forgotten it. I remember the last part of the
I guess, yeah, you were my roommate in that tournament.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
National
correct.
Green Dharamshala. Yeah.
Correct, correct. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was funny.
Yes.
So overall, I think I enjoyed doing this show, especially because the questions that I prepared, I think they were some of the best questions of the entire season. Plus, there were a lot of things that you both learned through the show, which is also a good part.
Yes, right.
So thank you, Ankit and Pratik Patel, for accepting my invitation to be on this
Yes.
show.
Yeah, thank you, Niranjan, for inviting us. Thank you.
Yes, and your students or fans or family members, friends, I think they will also enjoy this episode. I hope they have already watched it and they liked it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So we can call
Thank
it
you.
an end then. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you,
yeah.
Niranjan. Bye.
Thank you, Mitch.
Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
The Chestophile Show.